Welcome to Inner Psychology. When we look at wealth, we're usually looking at the wrong thing. We count dollars, but money is a byproduct of a specific way of thinking. Most of us are taught a simple equation: hard work plus intelligence equals wealth. But this formula fails to account for the actual distribution of resources in the world. We see brilliant people who struggle financially and laborers who work until exhaustion without gaining ground. Meanwhile, others accumulate capital with far less physical friction. The difference lies in the question driving their decisions. A struggling mind asks, how do I earn more money? The affluent mind asks, how do I create value? Income follows value. True wealth is the output of a mental model that focuses on the utility you provide to the market, rather than the effort you exert. That model rests on 4 pillars. The first is time perception. Poor money habits are often reactive, driven by impulses that prioritize immediate comfort. This diagram compares 2 timelines. The top is the pursuit of quick results, but the wealthy focus on the bottom path. They operate in years, ignoring small spikes of daily comfort to reach this upward curve of compounding growth. The second pillar separates consumption from ownership. Most people use their resources to acquire external products, buying goods and services that lose value over time. Watch the direction of this flow. The strategic mind reverses that flow. Instead of sending resources out to others, they use them to construct systems, assets, and businesses, creating a self-sustaining hub they own. When you extend your time horizon from days to decades, it changes your behavior. You stop acting as a consumer and start acting as an architect of assets. The third pillar involves danger. There is a common idea that the wealthy take blind gambles. In reality, most people avoid risk entirely out of fear, which often traps them in stagnation. This scatter plot charts risk against reward. The goal isn't to avoid danger, but to measure it. Strong thinking focuses on these calculated risks, where the downside is capped and the upside is leveraged. The final pillar focuses on execution. Relying on how you feel is an unreliable way to make progress. This graph shows human motivation. It starts strong, but eventually hits zero. That is why the affluent mind relies on rigid systems that continue upward regardless of the emotional drop. It ensures progress is a result of logic, not mood. By combining calculated risk with these rigid structures, you insulate your progress from the volatility of your emotions. When we look at these 4 pillars, the conclusion is clear. Money acts as a mirror. It reflects the internal structure of your mind. If a mind is driven by short-term impulses and reactive choices, the resulting financial state will mirror that same instability. Wealthy individuals don't necessarily have more brainpower. They have different frameworks. Their decisions are aligned with the mechanics of time, value, and leverage. To change your results, you have to change your focus. Stop searching for ways to get money and start searching for ways to create value for others. Stop measuring progress in days. Start planning in years and decades. Replace your reliance on motivation with rigid daily systems that function regardless of your feelings. Because the way you think dictates your daily actions, and those actions ultimately determine the trajectory of your life.